All right, Coach. Great season last year, but now it's time for new expectations. I know you won 5 games a year ago, but now it's time to step it up a bit. Boosters, once again, breathing down our necks, and we just got to do well this year. There's no excuses. So what I'm saying, 7 wins, bowl game. We need to get there. We need that extra money. And look, I know this team that you just put together last year may have been a veteran team, but now we're a super veteran. We have 25 seniors. So let's get it done for the school. Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the CTU Dynasty, here to start season number 2. Last season, we opened up with a huge victory versus Utah in a comeback win. We will face them for the second time in a row this year, finishing a 2-year contract with them. This is a televised game. We are one of the few games in week 1 that are going to be nationally televised, so we will want to show out on the biggest stage. We are not projected to do well at all, finishing last in the conference as far as our outlook goes, but we have a lot of weapons returning, including a lot of seniors. BJ Johnson ran for 11 touchdowns and threw for 10. Kentrell Kraft going into his junior year and the star of the offense. He's coming off an 1,000-yard season, and it's hard to believe that he only had 3 receiving touchdowns. But we do have new blood on offense. Flint Steele will be an awesome receiver for us, and hopefully will add some much-needed speed. On the defensive line, Chad Gray was an underrated recruit. I liked what I saw from him in practice. He will get the rotational start over Mason Stonebreaker at defensive end. But the big recruit was Smoke Wyatt. The boosters wanted us to go after him and go after him hard. He commits. He is now our starting middle linebacker next to Vincent Showcross, now in a new 3-4. And then there's James Wilkins, a freshman cornerback who will play in the nickel. And then Jaden Alcala will start at free safety over Blake Starks. And we will face Brad Wright at quarterback, who had a very good game last year. We'll see if we can replicate the results here as we are on the road this time around. Let's get this game underway, as here is the freshman James Wilkins back to receive the opening kickoff, and the freshman takes to the outside, spins ahead, and does get tackled at about the 21-yard line. High expectations for this CTU Lions team, especially coming off of a year where we really exceeded expectations. And right away, the season gets off to a rough start, a delay of game on the first play. So here's Johnson under center this time. He's going to hand off to Adrian Johnson, who does get the nod. Now, I was going after running back in the offseason. We picked up a good freshman in Calvin Smith. We'll see if he touches the field today. 2nd and 12. Here's a deep shot down the right side. This one's caught by Kentrell Kraft. I'm not so sure that was thrown to him. It looked like Flint Steele was coming open, and it looks like BJ Johnson just airmailed that one, and it ended up in Kentrell Kraft's hands. Lucky start. Across the 50 for the first time today. Here's a quick throw. There is Flint Steele. He gets his first catch on a 5-yard hitch, takes it 20 yards. It's a first down, and that's the speed I was talking about, adding to the offense opposite of Kentrell. As now we move the chains, now about at the 25. Johnson throws to the right side. There is Jackson for a gain of 11. He is another senior on this squad. And now we're inside field goal range, threatening to score. Nice little drive put together. Here's a throw, and that one is dropped. The first incompletion, Mike Marone could not hold on. 2nd and 10. Here is Adrian Johnson. Handoff up the middle. Gain of 4. So now that brings it to the 9-yard line here. BJ Johnson, 3rd and 6. In the pocket. Nobody's open. He rolls to the left side. Makes a man miss. And he takes it himself in a wide open lane. Touchdown. Gain of 9 yards. And BJ Johnson has been really the star of this team. And he gets in for the first score of the year. 7-0. Now remember, new slider sets coming into this year as we do play a certain style. I'll have the link down in the description where we have to ask coach the entire game, and we only pick the middle play. So you will see different play calls on offense and defense that you're not used to seeing me call because we're depending on the coordinators. Here's a 1st and 10 carry. This is Mike Hobbs with the big time run. and their star running back coming into this season as a first-year starter, really, and takes off for a gain of 35. Breaks a couple of tackles right there. And now they're on the other side of the 50, easily at about the 17-yard line. Running Coker in motion this time. Brad Wright runs it to the right side. That's a nice tackle by Elijah Green, who comes into this year starting as a junior in the nickel, rotating with the freshman James Wilkins. 3rd and 10, throwing to the right side, incomplete. Brad Wright threw that one out of bounds, looking for an intended target on the outside, and they settle for 3 on their first offensive possession. So here is Utah now back on defense. Draw play to Adrian Johnson, but it looks like they might get called for a face mask, and they do. That's a free 15 for CTU. So at the 38, here's a counter play to left side. That one stopped. Adrian Johnson's going to have to really show what he can do as a starter. Otherwise, he might have a quick trigger to get pulled. And now, 3rd and 12. Johnson throws across the middle. Up the seam is Mike Barone. Gain of 28. He was second on the team in receptions last year and yards. And he picks up a big-time catch and run. Gain of 28. We're across the 50. Here's a quick throw. That's Kentrell Kraft on the slant. He picks up a gain of 20. And that one will be his second catch of the game. 2 for 58 here in the first quarter already for Kraft. Running steal in motion. Here's a handoff to Adrian Johnson. A little bit of trickery on that one. It's a gain of 6. Running Brian B.J. Johnson in motion. 2nd and 4. Handoff. Adrian Johnson picks up the first down. It's going to be a first inside the 5 now. 2 straight drives. Here's a handoff. Jack Solomon. It's a touchdown. Quarterback turned running back. He gets in, and that one will be his first score as a official back. And now it is 14-3. So here is Brad Wright running the option to start the next drive. Here is Hobbs. He breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. Across the 50 already. Pushed out of bounds at the 42. A gain of 25. 3 for 69 already for Mike Hobbs. So 1st and 10 now. Quarterback draw, and that one will be a gain of 2 as Smoke Wyatt comes up and makes the play, bringing it to a 3rd and 4. Here's Brad Wright. No pressure at all. He throws across the middle. He's got White. It looked like Jamarcus Lexington could have gotten there but could not get the deflection. It's a gain of 23, and now they're at about the 13-yard line. Handoff to left side. Mike Hobbs trying to get away. There is the athletic ability of freshman linebacker Smoke Wyatt. And now that loses 1 for Utah. 3rd and 11. We send the pressure and gets to Brad Wright. It's the freshman James Wilkins. He gets in playing that nickel corner position. Also with Elijah Green, he gets in for the sack. But Wilkins has a bright future as they settle for 3, 14-6. Here he is now back to receive the next kickoff, and he takes down left side. He gets across the 50, a 54-yard return. Starting out with great field position here at the 48. Cookie Rockman in the game at fullback. Handoff to Adrian Johnson. He takes to the right side, and this one's on the ground. It's picked up by Utah, and the first turnover of the game will come by fumble, and it looks like that ball is on the ground. Adrian Johnson coughs it up, and he's a little bit shaken up on that play as well. But a costly turnover as now Utah takes back over. As now here's Brad Wright running the veer on this one. He takes it up the middle, and that's a gain of 18. He doesn't have the huge top-end speed, but they run the option well with great balance to this offense. 4 wide receivers out there. Brad Wright looking to take off. He gets met by Vincent Showcross, who comes into this year as a preseason All-American. He had 57 tackles last season. 3rd and 3, right in the pocket. Nobody's home. He throws to left side, and it's going to be caught but knocked out of his hands by Bernard Benjamin. I mentioned in the offseason that Benjamin is probably our best cornerback. You can just see plays like that definitely jump off the screen. So we start the next possession here after the 3rd field goal. 1st and 20 after a penalty, and the option is sniffed out. 2nd and 23, handoff. Adrian Johnson gets a little bit of that back, and he picks up about a gain of 6. But still stuck with a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 16 at about our 14-yard line. Looks like 3 wide receivers and a tight end out onto the field. Johnson moves to the right side. He's got a wide open man. That's Jackson, who was wide open. We threw it to him, maybe just a little too late. He was already looking to go upfield. So Utah back out onto the field. 3 field goals for them here in this game so far. Here's a screen pass call to Mike Hobbs, who breaks the tackle, throws off another man, Tyler Ashley, but then gets brought down by number 17. That's going to be Jacob Henry on the outside. As now they pick up the first down at about the 49. Here's an option play and a stop. Joseph Crawford Jr. I love our linebacking core. Crawford, Showcross, now Smoke Wyatt, the new freshman linebacker. And then you add in guys like Jamarcus Lexington as well, the captain. As now that goes for a gain of 8. Mike Hobbs gets a little bit of that back. 3rd and 6, right throws to the right side. This one's going to be caught. We were stuck in the cover 2 that time. The defensive coordinator called that play. Got a little bit of pressure, but it was blocked quite well. And now Utah is in scoring range again. Now at about the 16, running a jet sweep. This time stopped. It's Showcross. And he makes a great tackle behind the line, bringing it back 4 yards. And now it's a 3rd and 10. Brad Wright in the pocket. He throws to the left side. He's got White, who does break a tackle and gets stopped. So we come up with another stop. And Utah, 4 field goals to start this game. One more play before the end of the first half. Here is B.J. Johnson looking to throw this one deep. He just throws it on the run, does not have the power to get it downfield. That one will fall incomplete. And that will conclude the first half, 14-12, a close game here in this rivalry. Utah versus Colorado Tech. Second half should be good. So here we go to start the second half. It's just like the first matchup, very close, and it could be close the whole entire game. Here's a handoff to Andrew Williams, who gets his second carry of the game. Williams remains in the game now for a 2nd and inches. Right throws across the middle, and he's got T.J. Coker for a gain of 5 and a first down. So now 1st and 10. Wright with a clean pocket, throws on the run, and he is going to be picked off. This is Tyler Ashley on the interception, and that will be the first turnover of the season for CTU. I don't remember a game where we even had an interception last year. And right away, Tyler Ashley comes through. He's a preseason All-American. Just remember that. Ashley and Showcross. And now we take back over, and we maybe make up for that fumble we had earlier. So here is Johnson rolling to the right side. Finds Kentrell inside the 5. Brought down by his face mask. No flag on the play. 1st and goal. Kraft has that excellent speed. Here is a fullback dive, and he's going to get to about the 1-yard line. Cookie Rockman is now, it brings it to a 2nd and goal. BJ in the pocket, throws to the flats. Wide open is Mike Marone. It's a touchdown. I love this new play calling system. You have to choose the middle play. We've been getting a variety of play calls. It's 21-12 now. 9-point lead here for CTU. Here is Brad Wright with the throw on the next drive to start it out. That's Brian Collier on the sideline for the first down. So Brad Wright in the pocket again. This time he's going to take off up the middle, and he gets tattooed. It's Jamarcus Lexington on the hit. And, man, that was a hard one. Look at that. His head looked like it hit the canvas, but it's going to be a 2nd and 6. He remains in the game. Williams handoff this time stopped. And that is Jaden Alcala, who was starting for the first time at free safety. He makes the tackle for a loss of 1. 3rd and 6, pressure. Throwing to T.J. Coker again. Ashley couldn't make the tackle in front of the first down marker. It's going to be a first down. Now they're in the field goal range. Here is a screen pass to the left side, and that is Alcala, who couldn't make the tackle, but the freshman James Wilkins comes up. 3-yard gain. 3rd and 7. Screen pass called again. Williams, he takes the left side, but a big hit out of bounds by Smoke Wyatt. The recovery speed that he possesses, and he makes the stop. That's the 5th field goal of this game for Utah. No touchdowns given up by this CTU defense. Adrian Johnson starts out the next drive with a gain of 8. As that brings it to a 2nd and 2. They send the pressure up the middle. That's Jack Solomon, the flat. How about the former quarterback? He has a touchdown already. And now that brings it to about the 45-yard line. Screen pass call this time. This is Johnson who has it. On a 3rd and 7, he gets pushed out of bounds at the 42. Gain of 3. And the coach wants us to punt this one away as Utah comes back out onto the field to end the 3rd quarter. Here's Brad Wright throwing across the middle. This is caught by Williams. Mike Hobbs looks like he is was shaken up in the first half, and it looks like Williams is kind of taking over this job at running back here in the 2nd, and here's a handoff. Williams, he breaks a tackle. Great block by the pulling guard. Another block downfield. He sprung free. A gain of 35 here for Andrew Williams. It's going to be a 1st down. Smoke Wyatt was there but could not bring him down. So now they're at about the 16. Here's a read option call by Brad Wright. He breaks a tackle and takes it in. 16-yard gain, and Utah will come back and take the lead here in the 4th quarter with the field goal that makes it 22-21. And now here comes CTU down in this game for the first time. Here is Johnson rolling to the right side. Incomplete. A gang of Utah Utes were in his face, and now that brings it to a 3rd and 6. Another play action. Johnson gets out of the pocket to try to throw it to the flats by Brian B.J. Johnson being open, but Mark Smith, the cornerback, collapses quickly and gets to B.J. It's another punt here for CTU. So Brad Wright now back out on the field. Here's a quick throw across the middle. That's caught by White. And that's a 1st down. Jacob Henry could not keep up with Caleb White on that one. 4 for 82 for the number 1 target on the outside. Here is Williams, another big carry. He breaks a tackle, still on his feet. 21 yards in a blink of an eye. He's at about 100 yards. He's only played in the 2nd half pretty much. And now Utah is threatening to score again. Now at the 9. This is going to be a 2nd and 6 call. Brad Wright pitch to the right side. Smith this time. It's a touchdown. Ben Smith, the 3rd string running back, breaking a couple of tackles and spinning in. And Utah is up by 8. Mookie Richardson now back to receive this kickoff. He takes the left side. He's got space. He makes another man miss and gets tackled at the 45. A touchdown-saving tackle. And now we start out with great field position, down by 8. Here's a screen pass to left side. Great call on 1st down. Adrian Johnson picks up about a gain of 11. Under center now with a fullback in the backfield. Here's a quick throw. It's Adrian Johnson, and he picks up a gain of 5. We've been using a lot of fullback sets as Cookie Rockman remains in the game here for a 2nd and 5. Blitz off the left edge, and he gets rid of it to Mike Marone. Marone at the 5, pushed out of bounds. Gain of 23. Great read right there. And how about the blitz pickup by our offensive line? So inside the 5 now, quarterback sweep called, and that one will be a loss of 3 yards. The Utes are there for the big hit on B.J. Johnson. It's now 1:20 left. 3rd and goal. Johnson in the pocket throws. That's Flint Steele who's got it. And he doesn't reach the goal line. It's now going to be a 4th and goal at the 1. We hurried up to the line here. When you hurry up, you can pick one of those 3 plays to start out. So here we go. This could be the game. 4th and goal. Snap to Johnson. He moves to the right side. The pressure was in there. He gets rid of it at the last second. It's Adrian Shields. Touchdown. B.J. Johnson throws his 2nd touchdown pass of the game, but we have to go for 2 here to make it a tie ball game with about 57 seconds to go. Here we go, offense. We got to tie this game up. Here's the snap. B.J. rolls again. He throws, and Mike Marone is there. And we get in and tie this game up. And now here's our defense. Can we come up with a stop? Utah with all 3 timeouts. 53 seconds to go. Brad Wright now. Looks like they're running the screen pass. This one's picked off. It's Showcross again. The All-American touchdown. He came into this season as a preseason All-American, and that guy is just making plays today. Vincent Showcross, along with the rest of our linebacking crew, definitely showed up. And how about that? With one play, CTU is now up by 7. So here is Brad right now, continuing the next drive, and that one will be a drop. It stops the clock, though. Utah has all 3 timeouts. Now they have to score. Here's a quick throw to the right side. Brad Wright will find Alex Brown. They call their first timeout there, only a gain of 6. 34 seconds to go. We send the pressure. Wright throws to the left side. It's caught by Collier. Oh, if he would have made Bernard Benjamin miss, that one could have been 6. 30 seconds to go. Now at their own 48. Wright throws across the middle. That's Collier again. He's got it across the first down marker. It's a gain of 13. As now they hurry it up now. A couple of seconds are coming off of the clock. They have 1 timeout to go now. Right in the pocket, goes down. Pressure in his face right away. And that is going to be a lot of guys in his face. Alec Robinson and other guys as well. And that is an excellent first sack of his career for number 98. And now here we go. Let's see what happens here. 2 seconds left. Brad Wright throws deep down the left sideline, and this one's picked off. That will seal this victory up. What a clutch sack from Chad Gray, forcing the long Hail Mary, and it will be the game. Brad Wright's 3rd interception of the game, and B.J. Johnson, the senior leader, leads this team back and comes away with the victory. 2 big plays on offense and defense. B.J. Johnson with that late touchdown pass on a 4th and goal, and then he had the 2-point conversion. And then Vincent Showcross with the pick 6 there on the final drive for Utah. And we come away with a narrow victory for the 2nd straight year. We come back on Utah. What a great matchup that is to open the season every year. It's a 2-year contract, but now I'm thinking about doing it again because Utah is just a great matchup to open the season. And I got to say, our defense played spectacular today, except maybe late in the 3rd and the 4th. We gave up a couple of scores, but we held them to 5 straight field goals to open the game. Chad Gray gets his first career sack. James Wilkins gets a sack as well. And then 3 interceptions, and 1 by Tyler Ashley and Showcross, respectively, the freshman or the All-Americans, preseason All-Americans. And we get the victory narrowly. But hey, what a way to start season number 2. As now we move on to week 2. I guess it's week 3 technically, but our 2nd game of the season. Colorado Buffaloes. We will face them for the first time in this series. And they are led by Chad Jones. They are 0-1. They actually lost in their opener in a blowout loss to Colorado State. So we will see if they are looking to redeem themselves in game number 2. Julius Thompson is their best receiver. He's excellent playing on the outside, but we'll see if we can stop him. The 1-0 start for Colorado Tech. As in, look forward to the Colorado episode. We will see what happens in that game. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still trying to fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on.